Hey guys and ghouls, welcome back to the Cozy Ghost. I'm your host October, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim. We just let our friend down royally, so let's just go back and pretend we didn't do that. I'm gonna play along, and we're gonna hold hands. Whew. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. Your heart beats so hard you can feel it in the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little to make your hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze like she's thanking you. You match her pace, a surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Behind you, people are still shouting. What the heck happened back there? Someone died. You figured that, but that's not exactly rare for Alternia, is it? You've seen way more dead people here in the last couple days than you've seen throughout your entire life on your planet. You tell the troll girl you thought that was just kind of normal here. Normal, sure, when low-bloods get killed. Natural order of things, right? But with high-bloods, it's different. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. Doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. Oh! So a high blood is dead, and you're currently holding hands with the troll who did the dirty deed. She chose you to help her lay low, i.e. she made you her accomplice, i.e. you are now her friend. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is a super friendly thing to do. What did she call you? Her mate sprit? You aren't sure what that is, but it sounds great. You ask her what you should call her. We are not mate sprits. More rails maybe, but not mate sprits. My name's Polypup. There's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. You want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you're just walking in silence, but that would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of those spiky robots go marching by, drones or whatever. Their big, ugly heads swivel back and forth like they're looking for someone. Polypup doesn't say anything, but she keeps her eyes forward. But she goes as sharp as a laser, every muscle in her body tensing. You feel it through her hand. Her fingers tighten on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd. She yanks you around the corner into a smaller alley connecting two roads. There's nothing here but a pothole and a couple dumpsters. Hold up a minute. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it, two overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood color on them somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? But then Polypa yanks the sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top emblazoned with a symbol in olive green. Looks like a little cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh accompanied by the sulfury stink of immolation. Note to self, don't go dumpster diving in Alternia. Polypa grabs your hand again as you head back out to the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, shaking it out of its ponytail, letting it fall in thick, sweaty clumps against her neck. Next, she reaches up and takes part of her right horn off. Wait, no, it was a little bit of veneer, an artificial bit to cover up a notch in the chitin. What are all these random wardrobe changes about? You wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversations happening around you, and check out the big billboard-sized screens mounted on the roofs every few blocks. Seems like the rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently a well-respected Violet Blood is dead, killed in a public in full view of witnesses by a gold blood girl with a ponytail. Wow, you really are dealing with a professional here. I need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do, since you're my associate now. I had a contact waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. It's possible she got spooked. Got any ideas for likely hideouts? I'm not from around here. You wonder what in the world made her think you have any idea what's going on, ever? She keeps giving you sharp looks, as if she's gradually catching on to who she's chosen as to recruit. You want her to understand that no matter how busted you look, you're an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Well, here's her chance. What do you propose? Let's hide out in one of these apartment buildings. That's a possibility. Most of the hive stems around here are cheap rentals, burgundy or bronze at the most. I could take them, no problem. I mean, I can take anyone. Some jobs just require a little more forethought. You kind of meant finding an empty unit or maybe skulking in a foyer or alien Starbucks, but you want to tell your cool new friend how to do her job. And there you go again, jumping the gun and claiming friends you don't have the right to. But she did choose you, like a Pokemon. Though at this point she may be wishing she grabbed some other stranger's random hand. Well, pick one. This was your idea. Oh, geez, you seriously don't need this kind of responsibility in your life. Nothing good will come from letting you be in charge, but you also don't want her to think you're useless. You just kind of wish she'd tell you what to do and leave it at that. You pick a tall purple building at random. How about that one? Sure, I guess. You enter what just seems to be a standard, shabby apartment building, climbing the lobby steps up to a hallway lined with doors. This could be any apartment on Earth, but instead of letters on the nameplates, there's a little colorful symbols. They remind you of little zodiac signs. Weird. Anyway, all the ones here are red or brown, like Polypa predicted. She listens at a couple of doors before finally settling on one with a red symbol. You wait for her to pull out a lockpick or high-tech paraphernalia, or even just a pin from her hair. Instead, she takes a step back and delivers 2 sharp kicks just above the knob. What? I'm not the goddamn super. You assure her you are absolutely not judging the way she's running this operation. You don't think you've ever met a mercenary before. Unless you count that guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you were injured, or the little girl who drained your blood for paints, or the boy constantly on the prowl for delicious meats. The apartment is dingy, small, and smells like old pizza. Good news! Not that it smells bad, just the fact that there's pizza here. You don't think you could live on a planet that didn't have pizza. That's just beyond the pale. You try to shut the busted door as well as you can. Polypa plunks herself down on the couch and pulls out her phone, or what had Skyla called it? A palm husk? She pulls out her palm husk and proceeds to ignore you. That's okay, it's important for friends to give each other space. You take the opportunity to poke around the apartment you're currently illegally occupying, just generally being a nosy piece of shit. Whoever lives here is a real slob. Dishes are piled high in the sink, and the windows are so dirty you can barely see out of them. Something sticky and red stains half the counter. It might be blood, but it also might be Kool-Aid. Fuck. God damn it. Shitting fuck breath. Something appears to have gone wrong. Polypa's still on the couch, hunched over with her palm husk held close to her face. She types with her knuckles. You've noticed a lot of trolls do that. Probably because of their claws. It's all over Chitter. Everyone's talking about it. My contact. They got her. She's been culled. Her voice is flat, her eyes expressionless. She lets the palm husk slip from her fingers into her lap. You stand next to the couch like an asshole. You don't know what to say, and you doubt Polypa's the hugging type. But you really can't stand her looking so dejected. Before you start pitying me, don't. I barely knew her. It's not like we were in a quadrant or anything. It was just business. You sit down on the other end of the couch, tipping your head and raising your eyebrows to show you're very ready to listen and learn and commiserate. Polypa wraps her arms around her knees. Most pros work with a partner. It's a lot easier when you have someone to trust. Watch your back. It's usually quadranted pairs who work together. There's one particularly famous olive and gold blood duo. I've lost plenty of jobs to them, but I've never found anyone that I trust enough to make my partner beyond just a random one-off. Killing a sea dweller is no joke. It's almost totally impossible. Does that mean the guy back in the town square isn't actually dead? Polypa looks affronted at the very thought. Excuse me, no. Just means I had to get a very expensive knife and coat it in a very expensive poison and stab it in exactly the right place. The motherfucker is dead. There's no doubt about that. I don't leave jobs half done. High caste jobs are my specialty. Most people are too afraid to take jobs higher than teal. Me? I don't care. Low blood, high blood, if you've got the cash, I'll do the job. If I did have a partner, it'd make things a lot easier. I'll admit that much. You cough lightly into a closed fist. What's this? Something caught in your throat, perhaps? Could it be the steady hand of fate reaching a finger down and testing your gag reflex? You murmur delicately that sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never thought you'd go. Maybe, just maybe, it has steered her to you. That's forward for sure, but you're pretty much an old hand at this by now, right? Polypa snorts. It's a little watery. She isn't crying, is she? No way. Not a tough assassin like her. You're imagining it. You? No offense, but I only grabbed you because you look weird. And I figured you wanted to avoid the drones even more than I do. You don't exactly blend in. You can't argue with her logic, but a sourness starts in your throat now at the realization that Polypa had not chosen you for your obvious trustworthiness and friendship potential, but rather because you look like a goddamn disaster. Fair. Very fair assessment. Whatever, you can get past that. God knows you've gotten past worse, like attempted murder. As a good friend recently said, you gotta break a few cluck beast embryos to make a grublet. She's considering you now, more thoughtful than before. Well, I guess beggars can't exactly be choosers. But you have to remember. But what you have to remember, you aren't destined to find out. That fate finger reaches down further and chokes you. Keys jingle outside the apartment before whoever's out there catches sight of the busted door. What the hell? You and Polypa lock eyes. Oh shit. A quick flash of silver, and suddenly a knife appears in Polypa's hands. Where did it even come from? Outside in the hall, someone is swearing. The broken door falls inward, and before it is all the way open, Polypa is up and over the couch, launching herself at the intruders. Shit. Wait, you are the intruders. And this is what you were afraid of. You're about to watch your new friend kill some poor low-blood troll. This was such a terrible idea. Too bad there's no way to go back in time and make your choices all over again. Yeah, that would be rad. You wish your life was like that. A short, stout little guy with a red symbol on his shirt comes through, but right behind him is a troll so tall he has to duck down to get through the door. Oh, hell no! A giant troll catches Polypa with one hand. He's got big ram-like horns and a curly purple symbol on his shirt. His face is painted in lines of black and white makeup. Makeup designed to make his face look like a skull. Look, babe, look at these tiny regular thieves. Polypa rides in his grip, clawing at him like an angry cat. He hangs on, giving her a shake. Shit, you have to do something. But what? If you get in that purple guy's reach, you're absolutely going to get killed. You try to move your feet, but your survival instincts are kicking in, and you're rooted to the spot. You can't do anything. You're useless. You don't even know what happened to Polypa's knife. God, you wish you'd taken some self-defense classes back on Earth. The High Blood gives Polypa a wide smile and tosses her across the room like he's lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and bolts for the window. Of course you would have a High Blood mate sprint. The High Blood turns to you, sticks out a big gray tongue, and wow, suddenly you can move your feet again! You throw yourself out the window after Polypa. You're only one floor up, but that's one floor more than you would like to be when falling out of a building. Your fall is broken by Polypa, meaning you get a collection of bony elbows and knees applied to your gut. She bares her teeth at you. Get off, idiot! They're definitely gonna call the drones. We've gotta run. You roll your big floppy body off of her and hustle to keep up as she peels off down the street. You throw one last glance over your shoulder to see the two guys hanging out the window. The High Blood waves lazily. Polypa starts out strong, but pretty soon she's limping and leaning on your shoulder. A jagged piece of glass is wedged in her calf muscle. You lean down to get a closer look. You're no doctor, but you recently became an expert in acute injuries. What the hell? Stop! You want me to leave a blood trail? We need to split up now that we've been seen together. Your heart sinks all the way to your aching feet. God, you'd been so sure you had this one on lock. You mentioned, half mumbling to yourself, that maybe it'd be better if you stayed together. Safety in numbers and all that. Oh yeah? Maybe safety for you. This was a terrible idea. Can't believe I ever trusted someone that could have my back. Yeah, let's do another of your amazing plans. Sounds great. She leaves you at an intersection of streets. Even though she's no longer leaning on you, you nevertheless feel a heaviness settle inside you, philosophically. A deep fatigue, so intense you want to curl up on the ground. So you do. Game over. At least your ass didn't kill her. True enough. I got us killed. It's my fault, truly. But I think I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, do all the things that you'd like to make this channel thrive. I want to know who the red blood and the purple blood are. I'm curious. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!